Well, hello again. It's me. It's been a while since I've done this. I can't even remember how long it's been. It's been quite a while, I know. I've had a lot of stuff going on. Basically, just stuff, living, etc., etc. But anyway, I've decided I've started up this again. I've been thinking about it for a while, obviously, and it's been getting on my nerves that I haven't done it. Just haven't gotten into the habit of it, I guess. Here it is. It's 11:20 at night. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. That's another long story. I won't get into that. But so I figured I'd do one today. When I decided to do this, my kids, I said, I'm getting a webcam and doing videos. Cool. Are you going to talk about Legos and all the other kinds of stuff that they see on videos? And I'm like, maybe, probably not. But they did ask me to do some more little lighthearted stuff because they did watch one, and obviously it wasn't kind of stuff. So tonight I'm talking about remote control trucks. This one. Like that guy right there. See? It's called a Stampede. Stampede. There's the front, the back, the bottom. Very cool truck. I added the bumper after the fact. I'll explain later. It's a fun thing to do. Ironically enough, when I bought mine in June of last year, it was Christmas money, Father's Day money, and birthday money. And I said, I'm going to get one of these because I've always thought they were kind of cool. And one of my wife's cousins had one and gave me, some pointers on what to get. And I bought that for the money I had. And apparently my oldest son liked it so much, he ended up buying one of his own for his birthday, which was January. Yeah. He's had it for 2 months. We've lost track of how many times he's broken it. That's why I got a bumper on the front of mine. He's getting a bumper next because he's broken the front suspension twice now. And it's pretty fun. Basically, this is my Stampede review, if you will. A couple of things. This is the battery. Comes with this kind of plug. This one's a 3000 MAH, 3000 MRH, whatever the heck that is. I also bought one that's bigger, not in size, but in juice. It's 3,000, no, 7,000, 6,000, 6 or 7,000 MRH. And the crazy thing about this, one of the things I was going to say is, you plug this in to charge it, and the other end of it goes to the same kind of socket you have in your car, what used to be called the cigarette lighter socket. Now I'm thinking, okay, how many of those of us have that in our house? Nobody. So I had to buy an AC adapter for the house. Plug it into the wall, then plug that into that, and then plug this into the charger. Didn't come with the machine. Wasn't anywhere in the list of things you got to get. I was kind of ticked about that because that was an extra, I don't know how much at the time. So that was one thing that was kind of annoying. The other thing was the front bumper issue. Body comes off like that. There's the motor there. Receiver transmitter system. Front servo for the steering is right there. You can see that's some pretty good suspension. I mean, that is true shock absorbing suspension. It really behaves like a real suspension, right? Well, this is right here is what he's broken. See if I can get up close. Hold on a second. This right here is what he's broken twice now. That little piece right up in there. It's hard to do. It's hard to get that thing out of there. I mean, to tell you, it is just annoying as all get out. He's hit stuff with it. I hit something and I broke this gray piece here, which holds it all together. And then I bent, I can't remember what. The parts are pretty cheap. I'm not denying that. We haven't, the electronics is what gets you if you start replacing those. Everything else is literally plastic and some metal pieces. The screws are all metal. This is a piece of hard plastic. But they break, and they're a pain in the butt to put together. Now, there are some metal pieces here that he's bent one twice now. The same both sides, I can't remember. But that should come with a bumper. You know what I mean? See where it hits now? See, that should protect it all pretty good. It'll hit the wheel maybe and still do that. I don't know yet. I haven't raced it lately. One of my biggest things is the batteries won't keep a charge anymore. I've had it since June and the batteries are already draining. But you can get some cool jumps. On my Facebook page, those of you who are friends of mine on Facebook, I've got pictures of Hayden jumping his truck off of a 4-foot wall. It looked good. Some guy said it looked like a video from Traxxas, which is the company. Traxxas. Traxxas makes it. They got great stuff. A lot of their stuff has some pretty cool stuff to it. It's fun. It can take a beating. It really, really can. I know what I'm talking about, but I mean, there's some things that, like I said, the parts are cheap to replace, but they're expensive after they add up after a while. The battery life problem, he said to charge it without using it, but it's still not one to play. This one's pretty good, but it doesn't last as long as the other one. Now he said one individual, there's 7 batteries in this thing. One of the individual batteries may be dead, causing the rest of it not to charge properly. So you can take it apart and replace that one piece. Sorry, beyond my pay grade on that. That's really about it. Not bad, 7 minutes, just getting back into the scheme of things. If you want a hobby, it's not that bad. Photography was a hobby I started with. It's very expensive. This one here was $200 if you're wanting to know. There. That's not bad for that kind of machine, and it'll go up to 30 miles an hour, and it will go fast, and it will spray dirt. You look at the pictures of him doing donuts in the dirt. It's fun, and when you get down to it, it can be a blast. There's some indoor tracks, and there's an indoor dirt track up on the northwest side of town. Pole Position has it in there. We went to watch and race, but we haven't done any of ourselves. One on 89th Street here in Oklahoma City has an outdoor dirt track. It'll open week after next. Yeah, 1st of April. So not too far down the road, weather depending. Actually, yeah, next week. Today's the 24th. 7 days makes 31st. So yeah, next Friday, the 1st. That's about it. I can't think of anything. The remote control is a trigger and a steering wheel. It's not like the left, right, up, down joysticks that you see on some remotes. It's I don't even know where they are. Gas, brake, reverse. That's it. And then the steering is left and right. Left, right. Yeah, left, right, left. Yeah, like that. You can reverse them. You can set it up how you want it. When I was at one thing getting some parts, a guy was buying one just like this for his 6-year-old kid. I'm like, wow. I said, get a front bumper, big one. They don't make any bigger than the one I just had here. I would like to see one that goes like, like that right there. You know what I mean? Comes out in front and keeps these things from getting hit from anything. Because they could probably still get hit this far out. If you hit something dead on, that'll keep you from going there. But you could hit something at an angle. I don't know what he hit to break that twice now. But he hit it hard, I know that. It's kind of dirty. It gets dirt everywhere. But that's part of the fun. But it is waterproof too. I did a test run out in the rain one day, and it ran great. Washed all the dirt off everything. The body's just a piece of plastic. Pretty hard plastic. It takes a lot of scratches and beatings. I've actually broken mine right there. You can't tell, but sometimes the body will pull out of the pin. These little cotter pins you stick into the plastic frame. right here. These things right here is where the body sticks, and it keeps them from going anywhere. You can buy different parts. You can buy a different setup completely that has these in different heights. I think you can probably buy one of these things that'll let you put different things on top of this. If they don't, it makes sense they would. So you can have different height bodies on all of these. This thing is, that frame, this just, okay, see, you can lower that just like that with those. This one doesn't lower. You'd have to buy this whole support system as one piece. So to replace these, you'd have to buy the whole thing. This is the battery holder. You put that on there like that with the battery in here. Like that, which helps with the center of the weight and the weight of the body itself. It's not very heavy. It is now with the battery in it. Then you put little cotter pins in there. So you can do rolls and flips, and that's not coming out. One day I did a test run just to get something going, and the battery came out and broke that off a little bit, but I need to check that, make sure there's no dirt in it. It's fun. It really is. It's a fun little hobby. Hayden, my oldest, and I have we've had fun watching the races. We've had fun doing the races, playing around, just watching them race. But we haven't raced. We've raced each other. We've driven around in places just to see what's going on with them. They're digging up a place at the park right now, and so it's lots of dirt. We've been racing around on that. I got to take mine to the skate park in Moore on 12th Street, and actually got to some ramps. Got some pretty good air on the ramps, waiting on them one day before school let out. The skate park ramps are pretty busy with skateboarders most of the time, so it's kind of hard to get into that. I've actually done 12 minutes on this, more than I thought I would. Well, it's been interesting. Hopefully I can get back into the habit of this. Now I'm going to have to probably go brush my teeth and get ready for bed while this thing processes to upload to YouTube, because that's what seems to take longer than anything else. So I will say this one thing. Hopefully try and keep this on there every time. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Will you be doing it with a smile or with sadness? It's up to you to decide. It's your choice. Thank you and good night.